Martin. All right, Coach, what's your favorite thing about this point of the season?
Well, probably the games between top teams. You get a preview of what those playoff matchups might look like, and it's certainly a big draw for the fans.
The starters for Utah. Lauri Markkanen out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. Then there's Keyonte George. And it's Sensabaugh in at the shooting guard position. Here's George. Following that last three-pointer by San Antonio. Pass to Sensabaugh. Now here's Nurkic, covered by Wembanyama. On target from range.
Well, this is why George's coaches encourage him to keep shooting from deep, because they know he's only going to get better.
Outside Wembanyama for three, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Sinks it from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up, and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click. And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Now here's Markkanen. He's a tough guy to check, averaging almost 28 points a game. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's George. A guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. Shot clock at 6. Sensabaugh, no good. The Spurs have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. And he goes in for the dunk.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Sensabaugh. George for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. San Antonio leading by 4. Now here's Barnes. Fox outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Stolen. A minute 50 left in the first. Here's Markkanen. Easy jumper from very short distance.
And the craftiness that Markkanen shows around the rim makes him tough to deal with.
Pass to Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. So San Antonio ends up going with a new group. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. You look at the Spurs. What a season thus far for them. Second place in the conference. And, of course, there's the Jazz, far behind in the standings. Here's Collier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's the three. Pure from three-point range.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Johnson inside. Pass to Champagnie. Here's Harper. And there's a 3-second violation. And let's have a look at our rookie leaderboard and see which players were at the top of the assist numbers these last 10 games. Second is Isaiah Collier. Stephon Castle third.
Smart passing is such a vital part of the game, so it's always encouraging to see two rookie guys who obviously excel in that area.
Fox is checked in for Champagnie. Pass to Tshiebwe. 36 seconds left in the first quarter here, and Bailey gets it to go.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Here's Harper. George defending. Right side Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, everything Johnson does on the court, he does with force.
Here's Collier. George outside. Off target from three-point range. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. San Antonio on top, up by 1. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And again, happy Martin Luther King Day as we return to the court here on 2K Sports. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. Harper out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Cornette in at the 5. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Fox, that's good.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Yep, that one's good. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
While we have a small sample size of Isaiah Collier, he has shown impressive flashes so far.
Yeah, B.A., I really like how confident he is. When he's out on the floor, he carries himself like he belongs here. A confident mentality can go a long way for a young player.
The shot by Sohan, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Filipowski, the pass to Bailey. For 3, Collier. He buries it from 3. Collier's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
I'll tell you what, their execution just continues to impress.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Wembanyama's checked in for Kornet. And Utah with a change here too. Markkanen's checked in. Well, to play great defense, teams have to provide help. But how do you avoid over-helping?
It's a great question, B.A., and it's like anything in the game. Basketball is a game of decisions. I think people look at it and they talk about athletic ability and they talk about skills, which are both important. But the best players and the best teams are the best decision makers, and the same thing goes as to when to help and when to stay home on shooters.
Here's Harper. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's an 8-footer. Oh, too easy for Wemby. Nice finish.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
A different look for San Antonio. Barnes, he's checked in for Sohan. Devin Vassell comes in for Johnson. And Stephon Castles subbed in for Harper. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Yeah, the dunk by Wemby might be the most effortless dunk you'll see.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Filipowski sets a screen. Markkanen outside. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Markkanen's got 5 points.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Wembanyama, pass to Vassell. Castle for 3. They grab their own miss. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Markkanen outside. A deep 3. Vassell with the rebound. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Grant.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Then for Utah, Nurkic has checked in for Filipowski. Mykhailiuk comes in for Bailey. And Sensabaugh subbed in for George. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Mykhailiuk. Here's Sensabaugh. Markkanen for 3. Ooh, Markkanen, confident from long range.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Castle outside. And here's Johnson. 6 to shoot. Takes a 13-footer. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
And there's the screen. From downtown. Sensabaugh, no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Johnson with a bucket.
Well, that's where Johnson does most of his scoring. He's very effective down low.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Mikhailuk. Markkanen outside. Utah moving the ball around. Sensabaugh controls the rebound and the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Here's Castle. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Halftime is here, and with the San Antonio Spurs in a neck-and-neck game, lots to talk about.
How have they kept it this close? Their D has been invisible. Come on, fellas, get after it.
Yeah, just a few more stops and this score would be totally different. And looking ahead tonight, here are the upcoming games we're looking forward to. The Oklahoma City Thunder will go up against the Cavaliers out in Cleveland. Tip-off will be 2:30 p.m. Eastern.
Two elite squads, Ernie. One winner. I'm expecting big things.
No doubt. Everyone in the league will be watching. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And proud to have you with us on Martin Luther King Day for a special presentation of the NBA. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
He's been on a tear so far, throwing down some vicious dunks. I was a little worried for the rim in the first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. Kicking off the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. We've got Lauri Markkanen. Also Jusuf Nurkic out there. Keontae George out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. Basket's good.
Well, Markkanen keeps the defense off balance with the quick trigger.
For Lauri Markkanen, a really talented scorer, Stan. How do you think he's fared with more responsibility?
Yeah, I think he's done very well. He's a prototypical stretch 4 who scores at an efficient rate, and with his elevated role, he's just grown in his confidence.
Now here's George. 5 points in the game. Pass to Sensabaugh. Markkanen for 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Fox right side. Castle outside. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process. Seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Back over to you, Brian.
Okay, Ali, thanks for the report. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Yeah, Markkanen's staying after it. He has got it going.
Pass to Castle. Vassell outside. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Vassell's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Wembanyama against Nurkic. Now here's George. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
And the basket by Castle.
Yeah, this is where Castle likes to find his points, closer in to the hoop.
George outside, to the inside. It's stolen by Barnes. And here's Vassell from the arc. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. Utah trailing here. Pass to George. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Markkanen outside from the arc. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Fox. The rebound by the Jazz. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down-shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams.
Well, we have seen Markkanen accept more and more responsibility over time.
Timeout.
What a dominant scorer.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Sohan's checked in for Barnes. Champagnie comes in for Vassell. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Castle. And it's Harper in for Fox. .116 left in the third. San Antonio moving the ball around. Pass to Sohan. Wembanyama screen. Releases. San Antonio again missing. Utah's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Shots good by Collier.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
To the left side wing. Wembanyama, pass to Harper. Sohan outside. Clock at 6. Wembanyama, screen on Markkanen. The shot by Sohan, no good. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bailey, giving his team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And once he gets deep enough positioning, there's not much you can do to stop Wemby.
For 3, Collier. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer!
Woo, could be a backbreaker. What a way to carry them into the final quarter.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Utah ahead, up by 4. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And thanks for staying with us, folks, for our MLK Day broadcast of NBA action. Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Harper. And it's Cornette in at the 5, down low. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Collier. Kicks it to George. Releases. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. Spurs trail by 4. Here's Johnson. Pass to Sohan. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Here's Collier. And here's Bailey for 3. Rebounded by Fox. To tie it up. Rebound, Utah.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Filipowski. And the 10-footer finds the target. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Hey, that's the goal. Generate high percentage look.
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Group substitution here for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Harrison Barnes comes in for Sohan. Devin Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper. And a new group getting ready for Utah. Nurkic is checked in for Filipowski. Markkanen comes in for Hendricks. Mikhailuk's checked in for Bailey. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Collier. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He told his players, "We are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard, and we will win this game."
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Barnes. Outside for Wembanyama. That three's off the mark. Up top, George. He's covered by Fox. Now Nurkic. Here's Markkanen. He launches. Wembanyama there for the rebound.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
That's off.
Familiar results for him. He can't get anything to go.
Outside George. Here's Sensabaugh. Now George. Jacks up a three. Fox there for the rebound. Now Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama crashing down.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by Castle. good on the layup. The Spurs have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great.
And Fox is a gamer. Someone that wants to step up and deliver in important moments.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Now George. Markkanen with a screen on Fox. Ooh, it misses.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Oh, Fox doesn't shy away from important possessions. He wants to be the man for this team.
From deep, it's good from beyond the arc. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Now here's Fox. Wembanyama. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. George with it. And here's Markkanen. Up top, George. Markkanen looking it over. The free ball is down.
Well, they needed someone to step up there, and it's Markkanen who answers the call.
Timeout called, Mitch Johnson. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What's the best strategy for him?
And it would be smart to go for a 2-for-1 right now. Against George. Outside Vassell takes a three.
Nurkic with a rebound. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team.
The lead is 2. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Second team foul. At the line for the Jazz.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
An intriguing young talent. George's upside as a scorer is especially enticing.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, that's outstanding execution in a big spot. He showed a lot of poise at the line right there.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analysts. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Now Wembanyama nails it.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. And Wembanyama has the ball here for San Antonio. Vassell! Ooh, the three doesn't go. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
First personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for the Jazz. Sensible. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
So we see the Jazz get the win here. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. You know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
All right, to Allie LaForce with our player of the game.
Lori, some efficient shooting for you tonight. How comfortable were you with the looks you were getting?
I was good. Teammates kept finding me. I think I had good looks, and can't really say much. Just try not to think about it too much and just let it go.
Just play the game the way it should be. Congrats on the win, Lori.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Lauri Markkanen.